This is the book, Bats, by Carolyn MacLulich. And this is for the Australian Museum, and there you can see the bat on the cover. Bats are mammals. They are the only mammals that can fly. Like most mammals, bats have fur and 4 limbs. They are warm-blooded. Baby bats feed on milk from their mothers. Often baby bats stay together in large groups, called nurseries, while their parents find food at night. And look, you see the bats flying, and you can see the nurseries, which are where all the bats are. Bats have wings of skin stretched between long finger bones. They have a claw at the end of the thumb of each wing. And look, you can see their thumbs, and there they supposedly have claws. You can see the bat hanging. Some bats use their wings as a blanket when they are cold, and as a fan when they are hot. And so look, that bat is probably cold because it looks like it's using it as a blanket. There are more than 1,000 different types of bats in the world. Oh my gosh, look how many bats there are flying around. The smallest bats are insect-eating bats. Some are as small as a bee. Wow, that's really tiny. I thought bats were bigger. The biggest bats are flying foxes, some as big as a cat. Wow, can you imagine a bat as big as a cat? They are called flying foxes because they have pointed noses and ears like foxes. Doesn't that look like a fox? Some bats, such as the golden horseshoe bats, are brightly colored. Wow, that is brightly colored. It looks like a gold. Other bats, such as bent-winged bats, are dark colored. And look, you can see it's a dark colored bat. I think when you see, like in a cartoon, you'll see bats that are dark colored, so that's probably based on that bat. Most bats eat insects or small mammals. However, some bats catch fish, and some bats eat nectar from flowers. And look, that bat has caught a rodent, and so a mouse. And this bat is just eating from, looks like a flower. Bats fly and feed at night. Some bats use their good sight and sense to find food. Other bats find food by making sharp sounds. They then listen for the echo of that bounces back off the food, when it bounces off the food. So when it's really dark at night, and if they can't see, they'll use echolocation. So, which is, they'll use the sound that they make, and it'll bounce off an object so they can sense it's there. So if someone's shouting at like their fist or something, they'll be able to hear like a slight bounce back from the audio. So like their hearing is very sensitive. So if you go talk and you're close to a wall, you can hear the sound coming off the wall. Whereas bats is very sensitive, so they can hear it off a small bug. And based on how that sound is, so you can tell if you're close to a wall based on how the audio sounds, what you're hearing. A bat can tell it based off a bug. Most bats sleep during the day in trees or caves. They hang upside down by strong claws on their hind feet. And look, they're the bats. And this was the book, Bats. I hope you enjoyed.